All right, looks like YouTube is on. Court call State of Texas versus Keith Thomas. This is cause number 2025 CC014212. We are here today for a motion to revoke community supervision, and we're conducting the hearing using the Zoom application, and we're also live streaming the proceedings, so it is open to the public. My name is Judge Jefferson Moore. I'm sitting by assignment in the Bexar County Jail Court, and specifically for County Court 11. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state, please.
Talia Treesh for the state.
Hillary Kustoff for the defense.
All right, sir. You the same Keith Thomas, who was placed on community supervision on February 11th, 2026 for criminal trespass. Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
But I didn't even get a chance to go report. They arrested me the next day again.
Well, that's not what we're here for. We're going to see if we can go ahead and get through a process today on this case. They're saying that you were put on probation, but almost the next day there was a criminal trespass offense. But they're not even asking you to do that. They just want you to plead on the no contact order with Exxon on that one. Okay. So before I go any further, though, I need to show you the consent form. I'll note that we got pretty far into a hearing with Mr. Thomas on a different cause, and we realized he'd already pled on that cause, which was the criminal trespass. And we needed to do the MTR. We had the wrong paperwork. And so we sent him through to get the right paperwork for an MTR, and that's what we're here for. So I'm familiar with Mr. Thomas. I understand he's got a hearing issue. We're going to do the best we can to have him proceed on this case. But Mr. Thomas, I've got a form in front of you. Is your consent to proceed to this hearing by video conference? Very similar to the one that you talked to me about when we thought we had a plea on the new case. And I'm using my cursor to circle around electronic signature. Is this yours? Can you hear Mr. Thomas?
Yes, sir. I can hear.
All right. Can you see me circling around electronic signature?
Yes, sir. That's my signature.
All right. By signing this, you're telling me you understand that we normally have to do motions to revoke live and in court, but with this signature, you're agreeing to do it by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And also it's an electronic signature, but you're telling me that it is valid even if it's electronic. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to continue to stay in share screen. I'm going to show you the document. It's called the Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. And this is why you're here today, because they filed a document saying they wanted to revoke you. And they said that on February 16th of 2026, you went to Exxon. You weren't allowed to go over there. Okay. That's number 13.
Hold on.
You familiar with this document? Mr. Thomas?
I got 180 day time served. How you gonna give me probation?
I'm not giving you a probation. This is to revoke probation. And they're apparently going to give you credit for time served and send you on your way. We have to get through this process first before we can do that.
All right. Thank you.
We're not done yet. We haven't gone through the process, sir. But are you familiar with this document? This is the document that's saying they want to revoke you. Did you talk about this with your attorney?
Yes.
Okay. You understand how we're going to proceed?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get out of share screen. All right. Let's go over with you that the state said is going to be the agreement. I'm pretty sure we talked about this off the record, but I'll just make it quick. They told me that if you plead true to number 13, that's where they say you went to Exxon, I'm going to revoke you. I'm going to give you 42 days in the Bexar County Jail and no fine. And if I believe you have 42 days, I'm going to give you credit for time served, and it's going to be what we call judgment satisfied. We have judgment satisfied. It means you're done with this case. You don't have anything else holding you, then you're going to be released. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is that how you want to proceed?
Sir,
Is that how you want to do this? You want to take 42 days?
time, sir.
I couldn't hear that.
You say
Judge, he
what?
asked time served.
Oh,
Yes,
time. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
We'll give you credit for time served. You'll be a time served sentence if we proceed this way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the way I do that is I'm going to ask you if you can plead true. You have the option to plead not true, but if you plead true to number 13, which is the one that said that you went to the Exxon when you weren't supposed to go to the Exxon, then I'll find it's true because you told me it's true. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so to that allegation, how do you want to plead? Do you want to plead true?
Uh,
You want to plead true that you went to the Exxon when you weren't supposed to?
for time, sir.
Well,
Yes, sir.
it'll be a time served. I'm going to follow the deal.
Yes,
I just
sir.
want- I just want to make sure you understand that then you're going to be revoked. I'll give you time served. But if you didn't do this, I don't want to force you to say true. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So how do you plead to that? Do you say true or not true?
No content.
Close. That would be on a real plea, but can you tell me whether it's true or not?
Remember the two options were true and not true that we discussed?
Y'all trying to make this confusion.
I'm trying not to actually.
Yeah. So true would mean like, yes, I am guilty of this. I want to proceed with the plea, like we talked about.
I just accept my plea. That's all I can say.
But you have
Yes.
to say, you have to use the legal lingo. So so from my understanding from our discussions, you're pleading true.
Yeah, I'm pleading true then.
All right, I'll take that. So you understand then that's all I need and I can proceed. Yes, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I find that the violation is true. I grant the state's motion. I revoke Mr. Thomas. Ms. Kustoff, is there any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
No, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
There may be no legal reason in accordance with your new agreement with the state, sir. I am going to reform the sentence and I will sentence you to 42 days in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for time served. There's now a $0 fine, court costs. Time and money will run concurrent, and this is judgment satisfied. I'm also just going to mark on the certification of the right to appeal that it's a plea bargain case, rather. Let's see what I got here. I'm going to mark that it's a revocation. He has the right to appeal this hearing, but not the underlying conviction, and we'll go from there. All right. So anything else from either side?
Nothing further on this, Your Honor, but I do have one additional matter when this concludes.
On the record?
Doesn't have to be.
Well, let's not, I'm trying to close the record. So is there anything else from either side?
Nothing further.
All right.
Nothing further from the defense.
The matter's concluded.
Thank
Okay.
you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, thanks for your assistance today.
Absolutely.
All right, let me turn off YouTube.